Rangers hosted Hibs in the quarter-finals of the League Cup at a less than full Ibrox as fans chose to vote with their feet, and the protests against Russell Martin, Kevin Felwell and Patrick Stewart after an unacceptable poor start to the season with no signs of green shoots of recovery. Would this be the final match in charge as Andrew Kavanagh, one of the owners, arrived at Ibrox earlier? He flew in apparently on Thursday night. I have to say, to put things aside for a second, I wish, and I'm sure most people wish Russell Martin's daughter a speedy recovery. Nicholas Raskin returns to the squad and the starting lineup, and he had a massive impact today, was man of the match, and we'll get to that. A first start for Derek Cornelius. Rangers have now dropped to 11th in the table, which is absolutely unheard of. Now obviously having a game in hand, but still. Rangers had started the game brightly, a bit more purpose in their play. Raskin dragged the shot wide. If Hibs were to score first, though, it would get very toxic at Ibrox in an already extremely hostile atmosphere. Balls were thrown onto the pitch on 10 minutes as part of the ongoing protests, with a clear sign from the Union Bears, which said, "Delaying the inevitable, Martin must go." Boyle in behind, although he may have been offside, tried to find Bowie, but the ball came to Butland. Boyle is like the modern-day Ivan Sproul against Rangers, for those of you that remember him. Hibs should have been 1-0 up, easily in behind. Bowie was round Butland, but his touch once he was round him wasn't the best, and then he rolled the ball to Boyle, who fired over. It was just too easy. Hibs did think they took the lead, though. Again, it was just too easy. A ball over the top. Boyle was through on goal, and Butland should have done better with the attempted save. The goal was disallowed as Boyle controlled the ball with his arm when he was going through on goal. Salinger got a free kick after unconvincing keeping while pressurised by Majowski. He kind of weakly punched the ball away. Majowski didn't really do anything to him. It was definitely not a free kick. Boyle is someone that would have been worth bringing to Rangers in a free with the pace and knowing the league and a goal-scoring threat. He would have been a good option. Not as a starter, but certainly as an option. Now, I can't remember, did he score a hat-trick against Rangers in the League Cup, the game after Gerrard left before Gio came in? Could someone tell me that? He at least scored two that day. It was in the first half, went 3-0 down. Rangers have controlled the game without creating anything in the first 33 minutes. Raskin had the ball 25-30 yards from goal, but he took far too long to try and pick out a blue shirt. Cadden almost found Boyle, but Magoma saved the day as Hibs broke with pace. But Raskin, the man of the hour, headed Rangers in front from a corner, which he's got a good habit of doing that. Boyle almost equalised immediately after a brilliant ball in by Cadden. It came off Boyle's shoulder, but Rangers would go 2-0 up. Majowski gets his first Rangers goal. Rangers kept the ball brilliantly. Actually, superb possession to get themselves up the pitch. Raskin plays the ball in. Moore tries to have the shot. It hits off the Hibs defender into the path of Majowski, who has a tap in for his first Rangers goal. And who would have thought that Rangers would be 2-0 up at half-time? In the second half, Asgard, with a deflected strike, flashes wide as Rangers press for a third. Bowie was in behind from the long ball, but got his effort all wrong. A brilliant effort by Gassam as he cut in and cracked it off the bar, as he looked the most lively he's looked since the Champions League games. I can't remember exactly who we were playing against. Obviously not Club Bruges, but the team before that. I can't remember. It could have been a second goal from Majowski, but the ball was cleared off the line. Rangers did have the ball on the net again, but Majowski was offside from the corner. Moore went close to a third with a drive from goal at 25 yards, just wide of the target. Pinball in the Hibs box late on from a Rangers corner, but it wouldn't fall to a blue shirt. Chermiti had an opportunity to get his first Rangers goals. He was through on goal, but he was denied by Salinger's foot. Well, I have to say, it's certainly more like a Rangers performance. Controlled the majority of the game. I actually had someone message me saying that Hibs were all over us, and I'm thinking, well, but they're not all over us. I mean, yeah, they've got him behind on the counter a few times, and we had at that point controlled the game without really creating too much, but they weren't all over us. I mean, that's nonsense. And I've not been shy to criticise Rangers this season. I mean, there's been a lot to criticise. Ultimately, this isn't going to change much for Russell Martin at the moment. This is just one good result, one win. This takes Rangers to semi-finals of the League Cup. It's not really going to change much. I mean, a win against Genk on Thursday and a good performance might alleviate some of the pressure, but ultimately, it's going to have to start getting wins in the league. Let's face it, we all do want him to go still, but he's not going to go after winning that game. I mean, he already got the vote of confidence, whether that was from the owners or it was from Patrick Stewart and Kevin Felwell. At at the moment he's got the support. So we can only hope that this is the start of a turnaround. But yeah, it's not certainly wasn't a perfect performance. I mean, still defensively a bit kind of worrying. I liked Cornelius, so I thought he did well, and he seems to have pace about him. Boyle wasn't exactly. He got away from him for the goal Hibs had that Hibs had ruled out, but I mean Cornelius kept up with him pretty well. And Rangers for years have needed a quick defender, so I'm well in favour of him being brought in. So yeah. So anyway, the Ghent game on Wednesday, I won't be able to cover that. I'm actually going to be in Berlin on holiday, but hopefully I'll be able to watch it. But yeah, there won't be any video. But thank you for watching as always.